Hey guys, good afternoon. Joe of the Joe Madden Sports Podcast here, joined this afternoon by Chris Andrews of South Point, Las Vegas. Chris, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
It's always great to have you here, Chris. How's summer treating you so far?
No complaints. Had a couple little trips, nothing major this year, but I got my kids and grandkid in Montana. Went up to see them, and just kind of doing some hanging around and things like that. So just taking it easy.
Yeah, definitely what is needed because we know the busy season is right around the corner with football. Talking about baseball quick, though, I know the baseball season has been killing some bettors this season. How's the books feeling about the baseball season?
Just fair. It's been okay, but nothing great. Last year we had a really, really good year. So year over year, we're down a little bit. We're still winning. It's just, you always look at numbers and want to do better than you did last year. We're not doing better than we did last year, but, I can't really complain. It's just, that's just the ups and downs of this business. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Tons of ups and downs for the bettors, for the books. We can see it, but let's talk some football. We've got college football and NFL right around the corner. Let's look at NFL. Where are you guys seeing the money coming in? Are you seeing a lot of futures coming in here, Chris? What are you seeing?
Yeah, hardly anything on the first week. We've had a little bit of money, believe it or not, on the New York Giants as far as week one. They're taking 7 against Tennessee. That's one of the few moves that we've made. We did take down the Cleveland Browns because the Deshaun Watson situation. Not sure what's going to happen there, but other than that, we're getting a lot of future bets, and I'm bringing up my screen right now. The Bills, to no one's surprise, getting a ton of business right now. That's my worst team as far as winning the Super Bowl. To stick with the Super Bowl theme for a little while, some of the other ones that, again, nothing really all that surprising. The Bills, number one, getting a lot of Raiders money, here in Las Vegas. But even everywhere on the West Coast, I spent years in Reno, and people were big Raider fans. They're very loyal, and I happen to think the Raiders are going to be very good this year. So that one has me a little bit nervous. Tampa Bay, we had money on them because of when Brady came back after being supposedly retired. Another team kind of surprised me, getting a lot of Seahawks money.
Really?
Yeah,
that surprises me as well.
Well, I'm not afraid to take that bet. So let me put it that way. But it's definitely coming in. And then on some of the divisions, we're getting overloaded on the Colts. I think that a lot of people see the rest of that division, mostly Tennessee, I guess, is not really going to be a strong contender this year. So I've had a lot of Colts money. Also, over in the other conference, I've had a lot of Saints money. A lot of people believing in the Saints this year. We're pretty strung out on them, but that's where most of my business has been in the futures. And then if we went through season win totals, we're all over the place here. We've actually done a ton of business there. One of the best preseason handles we've ever had in that. So a lot of opinions on season win totals, and people are reflecting that with their wallet, which is something as bookmakers we always like to see.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fantastic season. I have to ask you about the AFC West. I think this is one of the hardest divisions in all of football. My Chargers are in the mix with the Raiders, Denver, and KC. What are you seeing in this division, Chris? Are you seeing money coming in like we normally see on KC? Or are you seeing some of these other guys have a fighting chance in here?
Well, you're right. This is probably, one of the best divisions I think I've ever seen in the NFL. I'm looking right now. We're going to lose money on the Raiders. I don't think that's a big surprise. Yeah. Lose a little bit of money on the Chiefs. Right now, the Chargers and Broncos both do very well for us. Nothing really outrageous. We've had just low prices on everybody because I think they're all very viable. I guess right now I got the Raiders at 6-1. I think that's a decent price for them, and we are getting played on that. But right now, I know. Listen, the Chiefs, how long can they keep this going? The Chargers, I really like the Chargers. Love a lot of things that they've done. The Broncos, a lot of money on the Broncos. Not so much for the division, but I had a lot of money on them for the Super Bowl. But new coach, new quarterback. It all sounds, and it's something I've been saying for years. They all sound good on the way in. They don't always sound so great on the way out. So we'll see how that goes. But I think the Broncos do have a pretty solid team. We'll just see if they can execute and perform the way people think they will.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at them to start the season. Might have a couple of hiccups there with all the changes. So we'll see what happens with Denver. But I'm really hoping my Chargers perform to the level that they're expected. And we don't have those coaching issues this season. So
yeah, they've had some in the past.
Last year.
Even last year, I thought that they had kind of gotten over that, but there are some questionable coaching decisions there as well. So we'll see. But guys live and learn too. I mean, that's the nature of life. I tell some of my new employees, I say, you'll look back a couple of years from now and say, boy, I really learned a lot in a couple of years. Hopefully their coach did too. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Well, with NFL starting, college football is right around the corner as well. Chris, are you guys seeing a lot of money coming in on college football at the moment?
Yeah, actually we are. And it's funny you asked. I was just looking at that this morning. We've had quite a bit of week one play. And I had games of the year, put out 99 games of the year. A lot of play on that too. Now I put that out, I think I want to say like at the end of May. So that's been up for like 7 weeks now, something like that. So we've had quite a bit there. That's kind of mellowed out. The first couple days, first week or so, we really had a ton of business, but those numbers have kind of mellowed out. But right now I'm looking at my computer screen, a lot of business on week one. And, we do have some great games. I mean, Notre Dame and Ohio State really stands out, but listen, I always say, if there's a point spread and you can make money on it, it's a great game. So right now, I mean, I'm looking some of these games, like Buffalo and Maryland, I have a lot of business on. I'm not sure if that's a national headline, but guys are betting that. Army and Coastal Carolina, but you just never know what's going to attract the mind and the money of bettors. But we've had money on some of these games that, like I said, probably not going to be on the front pages of the sports section. But for bettors, if they think there's a way to make some money, they're going to bet on it.
Absolutely. Now, talking about the money and the ticket kind of situation, are you normally getting more money or more tickets on like those headliner games?
Well, like the headliner games, like you're talking about Notre Dame and Ohio State, the more tickets. I don't know that I've ever moved that number. Let me check real quick. I don't think I have.
Okay.
No, I did. I opened at 14. I'm up to 14 and a half. So, a half a point move on the favorite. That's, like I said, that's nothing that really attracted my attention. So that game has more tickets than actual money. But I can look up and down. Mostly money, I would say, because guys are tying up their bankroll for at least 6 weeks at this point. So those are a lot of your professional bettors, or at least guys that have a pretty solid opinion on how college football, how they handicap it. So there's more money than tickets, but obviously that's going to change as we get closer to post time.
Well, I cannot wait for these seasons to kick off, Chris. It's going to be fantastic. I wish you guys all the best over at South Point with these futures that people are betting on. What's happening at South Point this week?
Well, tomorrow I am putting out college season win totals. Now, I used to do the entire slate. This last year, I decided not to, just because the transfer portal is too hard for me to follow on some of these lesser schools. And I always said last year I put out one bad number, and I'm not joking. So it was like 129-1 as far as putting out good numbers, and I lost money for the year because of that one. So I'm only doing Power 5 this year. I'm doing the entire Power 5. We'll have those all out tomorrow morning. I'm thinking probably. Well, it's 9:40 my time here. So probably about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning is when we'll have all those up. And I'll put that out on Twitter a little bit later. And I'm sure we'll have people flocking to the counter like they do every year when I open these sort of things.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet you see so much action as soon as these numbers get dropped. It's definitely exciting to see, Chris. Well, I wish you all the best in getting those numbers compiled today. I know it takes a lot of work by you and your team there over at South Point. So thank you for all the hard work you put in.
Yeah, a lot of numbers crunching. So I really started months ago, but like I said, I couldn't make any final decisions. And even now, the transfer portal is still open for another 6 weeks. I mean, we may see some changes. Hopefully, nothing major that's going to really rock the boat here. But you never know; it might. I mean, look at Joe Burrow a couple of years ago. That was a backup, and then all of a sudden now he's one of he won the Heisman. They won the national championship. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL already. So you see those kind of things. That's rare. Joe Burrow's a rare story, but they do happen, and you have to be aware of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have to be taking in so much information, watching everything. I don't know how you do it, Chris. You're definitely amazing at what you do. So keep up the great work. Thanks for joining me here on the Joe Madden Sports Podcast. And where can everyone follow you in South Point on socials?
Well, me personally, at Andrews Sports. There's 2 S's in the middle there, at Andrews Sports, and just go to South Point LV on Twitter, and you'll find the South Point. And then we have the restaurants have a thing, and poker room has a thing, and we encourage everybody to come down. Matter of fact, Joe, I'm going to extend this offer to you. Whenever you're in town, just let me know. Rooms are on us. Drinking and gambling, you're on your own. But I'll take care of the rooms when you come to town.
Oh, that is fantastic. I would love to take you up on that offer. Where's the best place to eat at the South Point?
Well, the best place is Michael's, which is one of the absolute best restaurants in the world, and I'm not joking. Of course, bring your wallet that day when you show up there. But we also have $1.50 hot dogs, and we have a steak and shake. And everything in between. I think we have 11 restaurants, maybe 12. I can't remember, but we have the whole gamut. So whatever you want to do, we have it.
I love it. I have to confess, though, I could not eat a hot dog to save my life. I don't know, just something about it. Really? I can't do it. So
I try to keep mine to 2 a week, but I got to walk by that cart a bunch of times. It's hard.
What do you throw on your hot dog, Chris?
Well, usually mustard and sauerkraut. Sometimes mustard and onions.
Okay.
And you don't want to breathe near me after I do that too, Joe. So
I love it. Well, Chris, have an amazing day. Good luck putting these out. And you guys, if Chris has had a hot dog, take 2 steps back. Have a good one.
Recommend that. See you later.
Thank you so very much.